Hey you guys, it is me again, Mrs. Sashems, talking about fractions. We've done adding, we've done subtracting. Today we are looking at dividing rational numbers, which is just a fancy pants maths word for fractions. So the first thing we're going to look at is reciprocals. Have a go at saying it. Reciprocal. A reciprocal is found by turning the fraction upside down. It is that easy. So 3/5 is the reciprocal of 5/3. Okay? It's the same thing upside down. All right? So what is the reciprocal of 1 2/3? That becomes a little bit more complex. It's not 1 3/5. Okay? What we have to do is turn 1 2/3 into an improper fraction, which you looked at, I think, the week before with Mr. Rolls, okay? So 5/3 is how you make that into an improper fraction. And then it's easy to turn into a reciprocal because it becomes 3/5. Just because I'm whizzing through, I realised I didn't cover again how to change fractions to an improper fraction. So if you've got 1 2/3, that's the same as having 3/3 plus 2/3, all right? Because 3/3 is the same as 1 whole, and we've got our 2/3 as well. So then we're just adding those up. It's all going to be over 3. We've got 3 and another 2 means we've got 5/3. Another really easy trick you can use for improper fractions is this one that I like to do. So if I've got 1 2/3, I start here at the thirds, I times, and then I add, and that's my answer. So 3 times 1 plus 2 gives me 5/3. Okay, 3 times 1 plus 2 gives me the 5, and it's all going to be over 3. You guys have a go at working out this one. 4 1/3. What is that going to be as an improper fraction? Just a little bit of revision that you've done before. So please press pause. Pause. And now let's go through and have a look at that. So 4 lots of 4 is going to give me 16. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1, okay, is 17/4. You could also say 4 is equal to 4 lots of 4, so 16/4 plus 1/4 gives me 17/4. Oh, you couldn't even see that. Wow, I'm really sorry. So don't forget using your improper fractions, okay? So you're thinking reciprocals. Why are we looking at these? We're supposed to be looking at dividing fractions. This is how you do dividing fractions. So our first question is 2/3 divided by 4/9. What we do is we change this into its reciprocal fraction and make it a times. That's how you divide fractions. It's that easy, okay? You just turn the second fraction upside down and you change it from a divide to a times. Okay, one more time. You turn the second fraction upside down and you change this divide to a times. You all know how to multiply fractions, so this should be nice and easy for you from this point. So 2 times 9 gives me 18. 3 times 4 gives me 12. Okay, let's see if we can cancel that down at all. It's obviously an improper fraction because 12/12 is equal to 1. And then the 18 take away 12, leaves me with 6. So then I'm left with 1 and 6/12. All right, can we cancel that down again? Yes, most of you would see quite easily that 6/12 is the same as 1/2. Okay, so this answer is still correct. This is the most correct answer. And that's a really important thing to understand in fractions. Sometimes you'll get the question wrong. When you haven't done it wrong, you just haven't got the most correct answer. Now, here's the thing. When you're looking at these, there's two different ways to do this same sum, okay? And most of you would probably prefer to do this simply timesing across and cancelling down at the end. Don't forget you have the option to cancel down up here, and that's what we're going to do here. I'm just have them side by side so you can compare. I'm not trying to confuse you on purpose. So 2/3 divided by 4/9. We know first thing first, change that to a times and turn our fraction upside down. Okay, the reciprocal of 4/9 is 9/4. Reciprocal. Then we're going to start cancelling down here. So I know that 3 and 9 will go into each other. Remember when you're cancelling down here, whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. You can't cancel down the two numbers on the bottom or the 2 on the top. It has to be 1 from the top and 1 from the bottom. So I know that 3 goes into itself once and 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. Looking at the 2 and the 4, obviously that's quite a simple one. 2 goes into itself once, 2 goes into 4 twice. So now we've changed the sum we're doing. We're going to be doing 1 times 3 is 3 and 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, so when I've got 3 over 2, there's an improper fraction because I know that 2 over 2 gives me 1, and then I'm left with 1 more because it was 3 over 2, not 2 over 2. So I'm left with 1 and 1/2 left. Now you can see it's exactly the same answer. Whichever one of these methods works best for you is totally okay. When it comes to cancelling down, this one's probably easiest in the long run, but I don't want you to force you to try and use a method that you are not comfortable with. What I'd like for you to do now is to have a go at these 3 sums. Okay, so 1/4 divided by 2/3, 8/9 divided by 7/6, and 4/7 divided by 10. Can you write those 3 questions down? Pause this movie and have a go at doing them yourselves. Pause. It's a quite irritating sound, sorry about that. Okay, let's have a look at the first question. So 1/4 divided by 2/3, and this is the first question that I'm going to give you guys to do alone, okay? So you can come back to this movie and refer to it if you need to. First thing is we need to get rid of this divide, change it to a times, and find the reciprocal of this fraction here. The reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. Tooths I was about to say, but there's no teeth there. 1 times 3 is 3 and 2 times 4 is 8. All right, can I cancel that down? I can't. That's it. That's how easy dividing fractions is. Okay, it's done. Let's have a look at the second question. So 8/9 divided by 7/6. First thing I'm going to do, change my division to a multiplication and find the reciprocal of 7/6, which is 6/7. Now, just to mix it up, okay, I've cancelled down up here to make my life easier, all right? So I can see 6 and a 9, all right? A 3 goes into 6 twice and a 3 goes into 9 3 times. There's nothing much I can do over here, okay? So I end up with 2 times 8, which is 16, and I end up with 3 times 7, which is 21. Can I cancel that down again? No, I can't. All right, I've put an equal sign in because it looked like I could, but no. Next question. All right, so 4/7 divided by 10. Okay, we've looked at these before, and I always say to you, if this is confronting, make sure you put the 10 over 1, because 10 over 1 or 10 lots of 1 is the same thing as 10. Okay, and once you've done that, because it's divide, the first thing you need to do is to change that to a multiplication and to find the reciprocal of 10 once, which is 1/10, of course. So I've cancelled down here at the start again. I've got a 4 and a 10. I know that 2 goes into 4 twice, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. So 2 times 1 gives me 2, and 7 times 5 gives me 35. If you cancel down the other way, don't stress. 4 times 1 gives you 4. Apparently, when I was writing this, I thought it gives you 40. I don't know. I'm not drunk. I don't know what's going on. And 7 times 10, it gives me 70. So 4 over 70. I know that I can cancel that down. Both of those numbers can be divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2, and 70 divided by 2 gives me 35. So again, I'm getting the exact same answers. I'm just cancelling down at a different point. All right? Now, just because I feel like we haven't done too much extension stuff here, here's a little extension question, which might look confronting when you just look at the question. So 3 halves times 4 thirds times 5 quarters, okay? So you can just times across. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. 2 times 3 gives me 6. 6 times 4 gives me 24. Okay, and I can cancel that down, dividing both of those numbers by 12. 60 divided by 12 gives me 5, and 24 divided by 12 gives me 2. All right, you can do it another way where you cancel down at the start. All right, 3 goes into itself once, and it goes into itself once down here. And again, anything you do to the top, you can do to the bottom. It doesn't matter which top number or which bottom number. 4 goes into itself once, and it goes into 4 once. And I can't do anything with my 2 and 5. So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. All right? Very easy. I might put 1 or 2 of these longer questions on to see if you guys want to have a go at those too. These questions that we did here are in the questions that you are given on the next page. So if you get stuck on those, come back and have a look at how to do these. Have a great day. Bye.